We all know how tough it is to land great stock right now, but there's a single process that separates the dealers who are constantly fighting margins from those who are turning stock effortlessly. And it's easier to adopt than you think. I'm Greg, and this is Straight Talk. House flippers don't buy for 200 grand, spend 40k and hope for 270k on a £220,000 street. They start at the £220,000 ceiling, strip out the prep and the margin, and then cap their bid at £150,000. If the auction goes past it, they keep the paddle down. Well, most do. There's a crazy episode somewhere of Homes Under the Hammer where a bloke is trying to sell a terraced house in Wigan with a hot tub and a cinema for 200 grand. Anyway, things get crazier in our world. For decades, we've done exactly the same thing in reverse. We buy a car at wholesale, add our prep, tack on our margin, and cross our fingers that a buyer agrees with our maths. There isn't a filter on Auto Trader for had to pay more for this because everyone was bidding on it, or my valeting is more expensive than other people's valeting. Working that way isn't really sourcing. It's cost plus gambling. And in today's market, gambling gets expensive really, really fast. Here's the shift. The house flipper has to estimate that £220,000 ceiling based on a few recent sales. You don't have to guess. You have two live market tools that play nicely together. Both sit in Portal or via an API straight into your DMS. The first one is Market Insight. Think of this as your triage, your radar. It gives you supply and demand conditions across your local area. You can filter by make, model, age and fuel type to spot where the real retail opportunity lives. And then it's Retail Check. Once your radar picks up potential stock, you drop in for a more granular view. You get the exact retail price position, market context, and most importantly, the retail rating and expected days to sell before you even think about placing a bid. The higher the retail rating, the more you can push the price lever. If it's lower, it might need a pull. So have that in mind when you're working out your buy price. Once you have those numbers, then you do the maths, but in reverse. If the data shows it needs to go on the pitch at 99% price position, you ask yourself, what is the prep going to cost me? A couple of alloy wheels, a refurb, some paint, and then what margin do I need across it? What's my exit plan if it doesn't move in 15 days? Do we adjust it to 98? You subtract all of that from the retail market reality, and then boom, there's your non-negotiable maximum bid price. Let me show you on a good old-fashioned pen and paper. Now, there's one problem I've got here. I left my glasses on the TUI flight. Oh no! So, has anyone got any glasses? Because I cannot read. Oh man. Right. Let's go. Right, number one, let's go. Let's pick a focus. And let's say that 99% price position on this car is 12 grand. So, I'm going to take off the things that I know to be true. So it needs some prep. 350. I know my margin is £1,200 on this car, so I'm going to take that out. That's what I'm aiming for. And I know that there's some transport and auction fees that I need to consider, which is going to be 150. Now I'm taking it off this 99% price position, which leaves me 10.3. That is my maximum bid on that car because I know that these costs have got to come out. Now, some of you might go, that's great, Greg, but at 99% price position, I've got to drop it down to 98 if it doesn't sell within 20 days. Right, well, bake that in early then. That's what the top 5% of buyers really, really do. So at 99% price position, we know that it's 12 grand. So 98% price position is going to knock me another 200 quid off. So I take that out, take my margin, take my auction fees and take my refurb. So that tells me that my max bid on that car is now going to be 10.1. So here's an example where I've thought about where that price position might go in advance and baked it into the bid. Number two, family SUV. Let's go with something higher retail rating. So let's say I'm going to put it on at 100% price position. at 22,000. That is my day one price point. Now, it needs some prep. Let's say it needs some tyres, so it needs £600 spending on it. Let's say I want to put 2 grand across it, and then the auction fees are 200 quid. Now I'm going to bake that in early and take it off that 22,000, which says to me that is my maximum bid on that car. If it goes past that, the paddle is going down. Look, I know this sounds simple on paper, and in practice it takes discipline. But ask yourself, what are the options in a really competitive marketplace? Getting caught up in auction fever, overpaying on a car because everyone else was bidding on it, and then sitting on it for 85 days and taking a loss or a really tight margin? Or trusting the live market data, maybe buying something different, bidding with confidence and keeping your stock turn wheel spinning. And yes, if you're in franchise, you might not always get the opportunity to set pricing when it comes to buying stock. But for some, like part exchanges, you do. So try and apply this wherever you can. You will see a difference. It could make up some of the margins on the used stock that appears on your stock list that you don't get much choice over. How are you working out your maximum buy prices this week? Are you working forwards or backwards? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, give that subscribe button a whack. Most importantly, thank you for watching Straight Talk. See you on the next one.